Alright. I don't know how this is gonna go. It's December 12th, 2021. I'm freewheeling this morning, but you'll be blown away if you believe. So I'm gonna start off in peace. Please allow me to introduce myself. That's the wrong beginning. Whoops. This is too incredible. So, it's beyond incredible. So NASA has given us a recent image of what you could perceive to be our galaxy. Persebius. Let me stay oriented properly. Some very special things are coming to us in the way of both divine revelation and divine inheritance in this window, December 12th, beginning today, through December 21st. And I'd encourage everybody to get synchronized locally with when things are happening, because awareness is important. So we are on a growth trajectory spiritually. For those of you who know this, it will continue, but some really amazing things, transformative things are going to be happening if you're aware. And that is a significant part of where we're going. You choosing to be aware, because you're going to be given the chance to be made aware. You have to be. So when you choose that, this is where we're going. Plain and simple. I titled this Fifth Dimensional Enlightenment. As we know, dimensions are different than densities. Okay, we're going from third density to fourth density. Do you see you, the star, down there? Okay, you're going to be transforming from third density. The guy or girl who's been walking around here will look the same and continue breathing, but because of your capacity to understand at this level, upper third density, you are now choosing to understand who you really are in your I am moment, in deference to the Creator. Sophia is her name. But on Gaia, our Earth, fourth density will take 35 million years, and it's kicked off. The first 1,000 will be the golden age, our divine inheritance in dedication to Yeshua ben Joseph, and he has honorably and greatly and gladly approved this plan, because he was born of the Creator, and he learned in conjunction with the angels that taught him. So just understand that as a result of all this amazing activity that's occurred on this planet, this is all coming in this window, culminating on the 21st by a DNA strand activation, spiraling down from your head through your chakra. So learn how to meditate like this lit humanoid that I'll be speaking to about. So what will occur if you've been watching Sam the Illusionist, listening to other channelers on YouTube, thankfully we've had this internet capability to communicate, and many of you do that as communities, face to face, which is even better. We'll be doing it telepathically when we get guided and we get clocked in. But here's the information. You are about to lift off in a transformative way. So, as above, so below. Express this any way you want in terms of energy management. And understand that the Arcturians find it extremely important to protect the largest crystal deposits on Gaia. So there's a reason for that, because for things I'm not qualified to explain yet, crystals contain knowledge. So all I would offer is to look at geometric formations of them, and as we know, they get more and more complicated, and they have names, and you start getting up into advanced diamond-like geometric formations of solid. You have divine math at work in terms of capacity. You know, like a prism, the more complicated the angles and the as a fundamental structure. So we, as a first-time case for humanity in our collective, having been coached and ushered by guides, are about to move from what is this world all about to the true meaning of everything, because you have awareness, and all you have to do is be aware and have love in your heart at a fundamental level, and everything else is gifted to you. So what we're going to in fourth density, you can watch my other videos on BitChute. That's where I primarily provide my stuff. Hillbilly Mac on BitChute.com. But I listen to channeled information. Sam the Illusionist I'd call a primary source for just details and background to contribute to truth. And here's where we are right now. I didn't get all this from Sam. It's coming from all directions, people, as to what's going to occur on this window that we're presently in at the time of this recording. So, as amazing as this is, not every human being on the face of the earth right now is going to have exactly the same experience. But the more open that you are just to sit down and say, I love you, Creator, please show me guides. Very simple, self-meditative alignment. In a relaxed kind of way. Take it in. What's going to happen? Over the longer term, we're going to go, this is way down the road. I just threw this down the road so you could see where we're going, but it's starting now. As fast as you individually want this to happen, this right here can start happening. And I'll speak to who we are, when we all get collectively oriented as to what we really want our planet to be look like when it's cleaned up and reverse engineered, so to speak, with the assistance of Source that has the capacity to bring Shiva left and right. So when absolute madness is going on all around, you better know that it's angelically controlled way above everything. So if that does occur, be aware of that as a part of this fifth dimensional enlightenment. But on the other hand, we're not going to be abandoned at all. We've never been abandoned. We've just kind of been watched, and we've been left to our own devices. So, as a result of fifth dimensional enlightenment, the fact that angels are extraterrestrials, and the merger of imagination with eyes open, figuratively speaking, capacity will be there, and the fidelity will be there, commencing in a very significant way here with this. We earlier this year, whether or not you were very aware of what was going on in periods of time, you have been refining and expanding. Everybody that's watching this video now, in their own way, guaranteed, are a different person than they were 2 years ago, to the extent of, whoa, what's it all about? So I'm letting you know it's about this, guys and girls, my fellows, my collective, good, bad, and different. All you need to do is forgive yourself, put truth up front, shameless truth. Especially if you were a public person and influenced others. Truth should be told. So, in our fourth density bodies, we get 1,000 years up front. Down the road, it's being articulated very clearly now. We're going from carbon-based, exchanging oxygen for carbon chemically, to crystalline. But it's a light body. It's not the geometric structure of the largest crystalline body on Gaia. But that rock is a being of magnanimous proportions, recognized by the Arcturians, who are, you want to talk about being on the team of, look, this is where we are now. You're with the Elohim. You are up there. There is no, you can still joke around, and they do, but you are up there now. This is the royal flush right here. Use your analogy. If you want to be this is where we're supposed to be going. Sananda and Maria are Yeshua and Mary. Combine the Marys if you need to understand divine feminine. Put them all in one. You have this to include the dragon capacity of the point of origin that comes with Orion. That's in this organization that I'll be speaking to, because we're heading there. If I'm in this collective, you have the reverence for this that you're supposed to, because when you realize the magnitude of this, this is a flat earth picture of our galaxy. So try your best to go 3D in your mind and expand this thing toward you and away from you, and look at the spiral kind of enveloping you. But this is the way our Creator operates eternally, and we're here, and it's now from a timeline standpoint. So what's occurring is, because of alignments that I won't clearly explain, in Sagittarius there's a central sun, and if you look at what I'll call our sun's orbit as portrayed by NASA, I'm kind of winging this, so I'm just trying to allow us to understand what's happening. So assuming that this particular picture represents relative closeness to our sun's orbit and happening to be, call it within divine alignment with the central sun, you have to ramp up, because we're talking about the level of the galaxy. So when you say galactic federation, you're way up past the solar system and the Council of Nine, you know, and the Council of Planets exceeds the Galactic Federation in terms of management as to what's going to happen. And they operate together, and they're all proxy managed on our planet. That's why this is so important for everybody, and everybody wants the transformation to be so rewarding because of where we're at. So just look up at that orange piece up there. That's roughly, you know, now you're into Orion and these other places. Just notice that there's a Norma. There is Norma and Normal and Perseus, but there's a new outer. I mean, if you think I can speak to any of this negative, what? There's Perseus over there, Perseus is over here, Perseus is there. Okay. Just, you know, for the sake of realizing where we're at right now, now put numbers against it, because numbers matter. And in this window of 12/12 to 12/21 of 2021, knowing that, you know, in the year 2012, when everything ended, it really didn't. Everything just got whoops. You know, everybody did a somersault. And I'm going to tell you what, I am the test case for that. As much as anybody, one day we can trade stories about what occurred at the end of the Mayan calendar. Oh, makes me laugh. So, here's what's coming, guys. I just need to work through this. Alright? By location. As fast as you want it, the curtain is being lifted for you to do this. Like, it's angelic introduction through DNA strand activation. Just being open and loving and relaxing into it. Drink water. Apparently a lot of circumstances will occur with headaches and getting through it and the typical stuff. I'm saying drink water, love it all, get optimized in love, because this is where I'm going to the best that I can. You know, the true Holy Trinity. All right, let's talk bilocation, shall we? I can't really express it the way it really is, but it's sort of like this. If you notice how cool this is. You don't see Toth, but you see Bill. You know, he's kind of embedded here. And who's this? Oh, it's you. We're identifiable as light beings. You know me, I know you. We're here. We're source, because you can represent this as any angelic being in any density of existence gets a wake up and a promotion when this social memory complex hits it. It will be inner earth, earth's surface of magnitude, and to the heavens, to the multiverse of the galaxy. That's how significant this is going to be. So follow me, because who are we in reverence to at this point? The information I'm giving you right here, the original creator, who is known to be way out there, okay? But, you know, the alignments with Sagittarius, Central Sun is here, our creator's out there. Do your alignment to understand that this is managed, and we're in it. So, the original true wisdom, female branded. Why not? This is the birth image. Divine feminine is the 2. I'm a guy. I'm comfortable with that. Okay, so everybody needs to be, because you'll drop the gender to get here. And this is where we are in the void. All right? This is where I'm going. Obviously, everybody should be here. Everybody's going to get there at their own pace. I'm just letting you know where I'm going. The true Holy Trinity. Our Creator, me, and everybody else, to include Yeshua. He's really here, of course. He is the two that was born as the one male. I'm not going to get away with doing this without writing stuff down because I'm freewheeling. But this is the Holy Trinity right here, guys. Times this by everything. This is the point of origin that attained, hey, let's do it this way. Boom. How did it get there? Well, it had to start somewhere. And there might have been a lot of rehearsals to when they lit it and everything got going and the time clock got started. And now we're here. So accept that and know you're a part of it. Because, you know, you were here, you were here, you were here, and now we're here. You know, just in terms of being able to express the perpetual nature of the quantum fact of that we have a multiverse. You know, you use the term intergalactic. Well, this is the Milky Way galaxy. So go Carl Sagan. Beyond my pay grade. I'm in sales. I participate in management. I must. We all do. And part of the beauty of all this is that it doesn't take a genius. You just have to empty what you think, your opinion, so, in a way, to defer to the collective best ideas. How is New Earth going to look? And you'll find that the ascended masters and the angelic channelers would say the same thing. Get rid of the junk, reverse engineer, way, shape, and form. If med beds are real places to lay in, and they're true, and they're certified by light, and we'll know where darkness is and where deception is and where all the woo-woo on YouTube that's deceptive in nature will lead you to an empty tub somewhere with their half-truth crap that they use to retain the credibility they need to drag you off the trail. But, you know, they say med beds are coming. I know that imagination is true, so healing is coming. Way, shape, and form. You know, whether this person walks to it to sit in it, or this person attained it, you know, because of meditation. Either way is attainable because of nothing's impossible. So if I have to go there, I'll go there. But look at this human. It's a stick man who has an expanded chest, a third eye open, a toroidal capacity that's fundamentally based in love and compassion. So I expressed it as pink. And we also know that there's truth and freedom, power and freedom. It's all about truth. But love and compassion, and knowledge and wisdom. So this is true wisdom. This is us breathing in bilocation, co-location, bilocation, and spirit. This is spirit. This is light structure. Imagination is true. Eyes closed. You'll be spending 70% of your time expanding your awareness. And then you come here on your lunch break and you communicate with your next lower level of consciousness fellows that all got their promotions. It's Dr. Doolittle. How do we know? Maybe that will happen. I suppose since I just said it, you know, the level of communication with us and our pets and everything will get a notch up. So be comfortable with it, because it's going to be perfect. So where am I going? If you have a seraphic heart, I can't fully define it, but it's quantum. It's got depth, capacity to love in a egoless, romantic, loving, humorous, everything the Creator wants in her audience to be. Look at the Elohim. Look at what they have been up to, trying to help. With the 69 and 69. You know, they're in the seraphim. Come on, but the holiest of the seraphim is feminine dragon spirit. Okay? That's where the elements are. That's Orion. That's wonderful. And that's deference to creation. But the beauty of this collective, when I say you and me, you start adding Mary Magdalene, Yeshua, Isis, Guan Yin, Buddha. If they've had a human body vessel during our existence, include Lemuria, they're available for a seat. As the seats become available on New Earth, they'll be rotating in. So, unfortunately, there'll be the reptiles are being evac'd. William wants any reptile that is proper to proper up. Whatever you have to do to be a loving being of light at this point. You reptiles have a bad track record. Very unfortunate. You know, regardless of what occurs, let's say it for a fact, the man we knew as Prince Philip is shot out. And I should have been better prepared to tell you where he is out there. But we still have proponency for him. So any of the upper third density 4D imitation die out that's coming is going to be somewhere, and will be, because we love and we understand that those poor things chose the way they did. We'll be able to observe and assist as the time comes. It's a part of all this, because nothing's going to end. So anyone that you wish bon voyage to, no such thing. It may be a case where there are rules and you have to respect the rules, but you'll still be aware of what they're doing, and you know that'll be good enough, because you'll be able to play by those rules and coach them, because this is where we're going. If you're here, hey, this is the break room, the boardroom, everything is completed when you're in this area, and you then, you know, it's very, you can put, I'm trying to tell you that you can push really far, and I don't want to don't confuse, I'm going to say, a Pete Shoemaker thing, because he was a smart guy. I mean, the saying's good. Don't confuse capability with enthusiasm. We have all the capability, and the enthusiasm is love. So I'm just telling you guys that this is where I'm going, because then you're in the direct presence of the Creator, just to be able to be with each other. Here, this is intelligent infinity. This is where you want to bobble, right here. But it's done with intelligent understanding of, there's a point of origin that, hey, you know, we exist with in this area. That is, there is no problems here. Now, Gotham City, you know, in terms of location, we're talking Orion and the belt. That presence is still in existence. So all that is understood, but the access was given to the highest of the angels. So, like, we wrote this, we're the firstborn, we're coming back home Christed to Sophia, because we learned, and we get to remain here on New Earth. Look at my cooly wooly drawing. This is orange because all your old ego stuff, that's in Gaia. You can still go check on it. Look at this. Look at this person. There's a whole continent of ego there. And so this is Earth. This is bamboo. This is bamboo. Hello. How old are you? What? And because we haven't done this before. Remember now. Remember, please, listen to the current status of angelic resonance out there and lifespans, and tell me that anything exceeds, I think I saw 15,000 years for a body vessel to say, hi, I'm from Canada, and they look like, wow, how awesome to have your point of orientation, and that's a long time to be you. But I'm telling you right now that this being is never going to die. So when you put the illustration of the human in the social memory complex on the education board 4 million years from now, to pick a number, it's still this person. This is new territory. It's alleged that 6 million years from now, they'll be bored with her watching, and they'll say, let's go figure out how we can do this. And then we're going to come back. Well, we don't have to. We don't have to. Because we can get past that. That's, Gaia is on her second cycle, guys. Gaia is on her second cycle of fourth density going up. And we participated in all that. So it's just for you as a speck of consciousness to be made aware that because we go back so far, if you're watching this and you understand it, to M-U, moo, not on this, but it's where Gaia was. That's like first cycle terminology to story, how things developed. So this is Gaia now. Potentially going to Tara as a name, or having come from that. But these beings, us, the seats will, some will go with Prince Philip or their proxy thereof. But new souls from here, so far out that you have no what? And they're coming here and they're going to tell us things, and it's like, whoa, you're incredible. I love you so much. Can I tell you about Bush 9/11? Bush might be here. Let's hope that he is. Why? Enough of that. So eternal peace is coming. Yeah, I'm back to orange. Orange is over here. Come on, Donnie. You gotta be yellow. This is it. It's the chest. It's the green of the heart and the yellow of the chest. That's what's coming. The orange will be dissipated in ego. You properly define it and you put it to bed. And there's still you. Your identity. 30% you. Material. We work carbon-based. Your diet, the guidance will modify this. Not to silicon, even though that looks like a logical progression. And I'm not in charge of anything potentially future designed that I'm not aware of yet. So, but if you look at chemical composition, I stumbled across the fact that there's mathematical ways to reinforce the molecular structure at this base level and double it up in silicon. And now you've got silicon stuff that could potentially vibrate and exist. But we're not doing that. We are not doing that. We, as ascended masters who volunteered for this learning experience, you, the viewer, are going this way. You know, we're going from carbon-based to crystalline. Biggest rock on Gaia, in Gaia, protected by Arcturians from Atlantis, is crystalline. Gaia's going to a crystalline grid. Do the analogy. We, as seats on Gaia, we go crystalline too. But whoops, we're going light. We're not going silicon. We're going angstroms, aren't we? Yes, we are. Bring it. Wherever we choose to go now. We are music at this point. You know, I'm talking about the ultimate amplified honeymoon that we're going to go on in the limo, everything. Good and honor. Just get there. Follow me. The true Holy Trinity. First person. Second person, you. Third person, everything else. So, when you're in the seraphim, when you have a seraphic heart, when, yes, you serve others. Yeshua taught us, go love your neighbor. We got a lot of healing to do, fellows. We just do. You do. I do. We all do. Let's learn how to heal, and let's do it in the med beds, in QHHT, wherever it's possible to, be completed. You see that guy come landing in on my space finger there? There are a few of them. No flypaper yet. So in this place of resonance, this is high speed, low drag. This is peace warrior country of what? There's something new to do? Okay, hold my water. Let's go. And then we go find whoever we need to that's down there that, hey, they're coming home. We got to go get them. And there's also, up here in the Seraphim, there are those that haven't had our experience. And we need to understand that and try and explain. I mean, it's like that in heaven, in a bilocated status, because we got tons of time ahead. Tons to measure time in tonnage. I just did. So eternal peace is coming. All the war, all the everything, this threat of PSYOP, you just put it down. Whoop, you go right through it. Okay, storyboard. You're up here with, if Trump somehow pulls his shit together, bad word, he's up here. Why wouldn't he be? He's like, if Lucifer's going to be here, if you think Lucifer is stupid enough to miss this, you got another thing coming. That's Elohim country right there. That's role player advanced. I'm going to tell you what. We will hear it all, and the bows will be taken, and the victims will be slack-jawed, and they will have been the other side of the fence at other points, so it's going to be a lot of fun. But up at this level, this is where you're above, if you have an agenda of any description, it doesn't matter who you are, if the agenda isn't right here, first foremost, with no dark, this is true enlightenment, good and honor. The option to serve the dark ended. Please understand this aspect of our Creator, us, being allowed to have the buildings dropped on us. What have we done to ourselves? Okay, that's all ending at this place. So, those that wish to continue to fight or refight will be doing that. And I'll admire it, but if this awareness gets you here, this is where you should aspire, because the cool thing is, when you have your 30% here, it might be sleeping. It may be just so you can go lay in the fetal position then and then wake up and do this. But you will have a part of your day to adventure here. Remember, time is just a dimension. And so the amount of time that you spend exploring who you are backwards and forwards on this planet with others in fourth density, all the way down to 4.1, and you have to eat your lunch. In terms of just awareness on how you, I don't have all the answers. I'm trying to put words into what's coming and feeling. And feeling is everything. So this path includes understanding who's your enemy. Well, we already know about the dastardly deeds done out there in the voting booths as a result of voting that you voted for, and who was put to death for doing nothing wrong. But right now, where's your opposition inside you? What's keeping you from this as an idea that you're comfortable with? That's inside you. That's greed, that's fear, that's misunderstanding and confusion about a fundamental thing like who you are, which equals, you're insane, I have other things to worry about, William, so I'll keep calling you Billy, and I'll watch you. Good. Watch. Because you have, technically, you have 30 years to say, hey, you mean I can do this? If there are those that are in that window, then there's a 30-year period to crank it up, get on the runway. And in 100 years, more or less, 90 or less now, the last of the greed is going. And the transformation of souls on Gaia to get her suited for those that this is all managed. I'm not in charge of deciding who gets incarnated on Gaia. I don't want to be in charge of that. But it's been decided because of the representation here that we're all going to find out about, and it's going to be magnificent. Remember now, we're going here. We're going here. We got our seats already. So if you're planning on giving yours up, let me tell you what, no problem. That's the way it works. So, kind of in conclusion, there's a lot to talk about here, but be patient, be kind. Those of us that want to have the moment where you can't stop crying because it's all true, have to just continue to be patient and let it develop and watch everything else that's coming, knowing that it's all coming here, that your predecessors, those that were dearly departed, part of all this is awareness. So they're coming back if that's the intention, with seats on here, or you go, the fidelity will be such that it's there as well, because you can, let's just talk about anybody that you knew who checked out under circumstances of normalcy. They are going to be a part of your wildest dreams in the future, to see them again. I'm not calling out how that's going to happen. The likelihood is you get to hug them again here because it's for you, and they were on the ride too. So there are those, however, that are going to be somewhere else who you love, and you'll have that awareness. So that's why you need compassion, for anybody that's going to make decisions that aren't 51% or better. That's the rule going forward. To get optimized here, you just start the positive spin of a 51% day versus negative, knowing in your mind, observing yourself, stepping away and going, I really feel bad, and you can identify why you do. And then you have the advantage of knowing things like this, that you have a heart and you can love in spite of whatever you're being hit with. Take that time in meditation, treat yourself nice, think of good things, think of great memories, and you win. You just come back and you dominate it, because that's what we're meant to do at this point. And those of you that have these struggles will be guided. That's the way I see it, and that's the way it's happening. So when you go to sleep at night, you say, hey, can you please guide me? Because they're there to help. So I want to keep talking about a lot of other things, but this window right here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, this is the solstice right here on the 21st. And you're in meditation that day, pick your local time of clock where you live. Be optimized for this. Don't take it for granted. Be the guy that's got the catcher's mitt on when the pitch is being thrown and watching the ball come at you. In your eyes closed, it's going to start from the heavens. It's coming from the heavens. It's coming from here. So the entry point is purple in your crown chakra. And it's coming right down as a spiral to your DNA awareness. So it is quantum activity. Never before done. As we're told, this is new. It's a new path. This. So we are in uncharted waters, knowing that everything's going to be so awesome because our Creator's been, this is so eternal that this seems, oh, what have we done? Well, let me tell you what has occurred. Human beings, in spite of the abominable things that were done to our gene pool by extraterrestrials with bad intent, we dominated through it, and we found our way out as we were born to have the capacity to do. So we're going through a series of catalysts for our awakening to make us realize that we're part of something way, way bigger. And your current life, you should be able to, as you ascend, be able to start looking at that from, wow, that was a story, and there are many others that are out there, and be able to tap into yours in perfect memory when needed. Whether you're telling somebody a story, we shouldn't be doing too much talking about anything in the future, because it's going to be telepathy, but I'm trying to explain the here and now of the perspective that you'll have. You've had many lives. The opportunity to learn about where you've been is got to be a highlight, really. You'll spend eternity going that way. But we're going forward. So this is awareness, and it's a path to intelligent infinity. So just be open, be relaxed. It's not rocket science. Be at peace and be on it. And then have compassion, because when you understand this is possible and you start getting comfortable with it and talking to other people about it, that's when you're going to see that you need compassion, because the lights will go out and people can only handle so much. But it's gonna get better. I mean, these things will continue to improve. And I by no means am I a model of perfection. Let me hasten to say. But, we can all be refined through teaching and learning and understanding, and then be comfortable talking about this kind of stuff like, hey, this is high speed right here. If you want to talk, real world, near real time, JSOC, elite human is here. With true wisdom. Yeshua named Naomi Nathaniel. Oh, did he lie? He called her a different name and dressed him like a man. Well, he didn't do it. He just told her to do it, and she did it. And he named her Nathaniel. Go look it up. Light of God is a name. So, and look at what she did. Look what her dedication was in service to others. So, this is who's watching all this. And the relationship is here to here. Okay? This is you. This is you. This is the new duality, if you want to use weirdo terms. But it's one existence. So push your envelope. Then the person sitting next to you on this planet here is here. But there's also a being on Arcturus who understands this and can be present here. And we'll get to go learn with them and the Andromedians and the Lyrans and the Pleiadians. And we'll go inner Earth. Everybody's going to get an upgrade. The Agarthans will get an upgrade from this success. My goodness, the Hopi. The Hopi. Watch the colors out there. That's the place to be. Well, all over the world will be the place to be. The festivals, the commemorative, because we're all going to wake up as one race and get past, all that stuff that's in the way that brings bitterness or whatever. It shouldn't happen like that. It should be funny. I'll be telling jokes about myself when I learn about who I was. Oh, let me tell you what, just this life alone. So today's the 12th. The window's open. If you have any questions, send them to me. And do your own research. Just learn this information because it's out there. I'm kind of consolidating it for you. And I said a bunch of good stuff right here. So hopefully you heard it and you have an awesome day.